So as you all know, the topic today here will be your 2016 guide to getting new patients with 5-star reviews. Over the years, as we've seen, reviews have become more and more critical to our business. People going on sites like Google and Yelp, and there are many others out there, but those will be more of the main focus today in our webinar, are sites like Google and Yelp, and what we can do about getting more positive reviews and actually gaining new clients through reviews. So as I said, my name is Marcus Sullivan. I am the Senior Account Executive here at VetMatrix. I have been here for about 4 years now. I get the opportunity to go ahead and travel to many of the major veterinary conferences. Some of you may know me already. I've traveled to many of the major ones like NAVC, WVC, CBC, and many of the major state shows as well. I've also had the opportunity to speak at some of the larger conferences, like NAVC itself. I will also be out there this weekend with a few other colleagues speaking there. As well, I've had the opportunity to speak at Kansas State University and talking to future graduates about the importance of online marketing and how they can actually get their business going in the online realm. So I graduated from San Diego State University with an emphasis in communication and specifically marketing. So while I've been specifically in the industry for 4 years now, that is my forte, is the marketing realm. So some of the topics that we'll be covering in today's presentation are, first and foremost, the importance of online reviews. It has become, in terms of search and looking for new services or new products, it has become pretty prevalent in everyday life, looking at what people are saying about different services, practices, things like that. What we'll also talk about are ways to manage your reviews and how you can actively use those to your advantage. Also, things like encouraging positive reviews amongst our clients, as well, being able to respond to those positive reviews, and then even responding to negative reviews. So we will cover all of that today in the webinar. I will also leave a good amount of time towards the end for questions. So if you do, feel free to type some questions into the question box, and I'll go ahead and answer those at the end. I'll leave about 15 to 20 minutes towards the end of this webinar to go ahead and answer any and all of your questions. So the importance of online reviews. One statistic that is that as of 2014, about 92% of online users read online reviews. This is up from 88% as of 2014. So within the last year, we've seen 4% growth in terms of consumers using online reviews, which is incredibly important to us in the veterinary industry, since one of the major factors of new clients is word of mouth. This is what we would say is your 2016 word of mouth. Studies show that it takes online users 1 to 3 reviews to form an opinion about a practice. That's not necessarily saying the first 1 to 3 reviews, but when people are skimming and scanning through your reviews, whether it's on Google, Yelp, whatever it may be, it takes about 1 to 3 for them to actually formulate an opinion about a practice. 90% of consumers are strongly influenced by positive reviews, and on the other hand, about 86% of online consumers are influenced by negative reviews. So when we discuss online reviews, we all typically see them online. They help a practice stand out. The importance of it is it gives you a little bit of an area where you can stand out on Google. So most people have seen searches or have done this in their local area. So what I'm going to do is an area called Laguna Beach. And as you can see here, you get the Google Plus Maps listing. The first section that we see here is the Google Plus Maps. And the first hospital that stands out is Laguna Beach Animal Hospital. One thing that makes them stand out from the other two practices on this section are those reviews, so the star rating system. And if most people are not aware, but all you need are 5 reviews to actually have that star rating come up on your listing. So that is something that can help you stand out from another practice in the area, as well as give you a little bit of a competitive advantage over those other clinics. So the next portion that we will talk about are managing your reviews. So first and foremost, creating/claiming these business review pages. What some people are not aware of are that you actually have to go in and actually manage these review sites. So first and foremost, getting them created, if there's not already a listing created by Google out there for you with a Google Plus page or a Yelp or even a Facebook review page. So what I'll do right now is I will show you, these are some things you can do to go and see if your Google listing has been claimed. So do a simple search on Google Plus business. And really quickly, I will just show you what it looks like to go in and claim your business. So Google My Business. Google offers this as a free service where you can go ahead and sign in or get on Google. The reason that this is so important is, as a practice, this allows you to go ahead and put any and all of your information on these listings. So rather than it be a generic listing, you can go ahead and add pictures, go ahead and be able to actually respond to those reviews once you've claimed these listings. So right here, give customers the right info. If you need to change anything that is on that listing, this allows you to do that. So that's very important for being able to manage these reviews online. Also, what I will do is I will go on and I'll show you Yelp so that you know where to go in terms of creating a listing for your business as well. So just getting on Yelp.com, you can go down to the bottom and Yelp for business owners, and you can claim your business page. What it will do is ask you to do your business name and an address, and then it'll help you get started. They all provide phone numbers as well, so that you can go ahead and get these pages set up and make sure that they're properly out there for your business. Another big deal is tracking these reviews. Another important factor is actually knowing when people are saying things about your practice. So getting on here quite frequently, I would say best practice is getting on these sites once every 2 weeks. In terms of the way that you want to operate the tracking of these reviews, there are sites out there that offer you free notifications if somebody has said anything about your business, or even in those emails, they will tell you exactly what the client or the reviewer has said about you all. So when you're setting up these Yelp pages, Google Plus, you can go ahead and see if they have an option to allow you to be notified every time that these reviews have been left. And again, if you want to take that even further, there are companies, for example, like us, that provide a tracking system so that we can actually make sure that everything is sent to your email. What we do is we do something where we allow our clients to sign up for notifications, so you're actually made aware wherever it is online that you're mentioned that you actually receive an email. The reason why you need to track these reviews is going into the next part of the presentation, so responding to any reviews that are out there. We encourage clients to actually respond to those reviews online, whether positive or negative. Another site that is incredibly crucial in terms of reviews that most people do not think about are Facebook. Facebook is actually a place where a lot of clients will go ahead and leave reviews. So getting into one of the most important parts is encouraging positive reviews amongst our clients. In speaking with doctors, what I've heard a lot is, you know, we just don't really know exactly where we want to go in terms of trying to ask our clientele for reviews. what we see typically is that most of the time, people who are happy with our services are not just getting on and running home and going on Google or Yelp and actually reviewing us. What I've heard most frequently is that it's the opposite. When people have had a negative experience, they're going on and reviewing. So what we need to do is give them a reason to actually leave a review for the practice. So there are different ways that we can do this. One, making this as easy as possible for clients. In speaking with many veterinarians, what I've heard a lot of times in the past couple years is they send out postcards saying, hey, if you don't mind, please go review us on Google or Yelp, depending on where your initiative to get more reviews at that time is. In theory, that's a great idea. Sending them a postcard and putting a link on that postcard for the client to go ahead and find you online. The downside to that is with that postcard, the actual physical postcard they get in the mail is actually getting a client to move from, hey, after they check their mail, getting online, finding your Google Plus page or finding your Yelp page, and actually going to leave that review. What we want to do is make it as easy as possible. So putting links right on the website, embedding right at the top of your website links back to your Google Plus page where a client just has to sign in and leave that review. Or by being even more aggressive, going ahead and doing an email campaign, email cards, where within that e-card you tell the client, thank you for your business. We appreciate you and your pet for coming into us today. And actually providing that link that takes them directly to that Google Plus page that we talked about earlier that we've created so that it makes it simple and easy for a client to use. The more streamlined that we can make this for clients, the better. You're more inclined to do something if it's right there in front of you, and most people these days using smartphones have email capability on their phone. So if that email comes right to your smartphone and you see that link, then you're a little more inclined to read that, to leave them a review, as opposed to if you're making me, the consumer or the client, go ahead and check those reviews. Give them a reason to help you and leave a review. The best way, first and foremost, is those clients that you've known for quite a while. You've seen them, you've seen their different pets come to you for years. So say, hey, if you don't mind, we value you as a client while you're in the room with them or as they're checking out, going ahead and saying, hey, if you don't mind, leave us a review on this site. Sometimes we understand that veterinarians are not comfortable or other business owners are not comfortable with leaving a review. Maybe give them some sort of incentive. Even things like, hey, if you bring your review that you left for me on Google or Yelp, and make sure to encourage those sites that you're gearing it a little more towards, saying, hey, if you go ahead and leave us a review on Google or Yelp, print those out. Bring that into us. And on your next visit, $10 off your pet food or a free nail trim or some small incentive for the client to actually go and leave you a review. You don't want to bribe them, but give them some sort of incentive. And then finally, just ask. Consider asking, a few of your most highly satisfied or regular patients for reviews. You have been their veterinarian for quite a while, and most of the time they are more than happy to go and leave some positive note about your practice. One thing that we want to do when asking a client to leave a review is for it to be very natural. So what we don't want to do is we do not want to instruct them on what they should say. What we want it to appear in Google's eyes and in everybody's eyes, in the general public, is that this is natural. So we don't want to give them a script of what they should say, but having them say a few kind words is always beneficial to the business. If for whatever reason they do not wish to post a review on your behalf, thank them politely and don't take it personally. Some people are just not inclined to go and leave reviews at all. So if they don't feel the need to leave a review, then no big deal. Say thank you and don't take it personally and go on from there. One thing in terms of reviews that we do not want to do is we do not want to oversaturate our page or our Google reviews or Yelp reviews at one time. Again, what we want to do is we want to make sure that it looks natural. Google actually will penalize a page that has too many reviews posted all at the same time. Reason being for that is if in 1 week you get 30 new reviews, Google sees that as being unnatural. So what it almost looks like is you have either paid a company or paid somebody to go leave a ton of reviews all at once. So what we want to do this is take this in baby steps and actually, get 1 to 2, maybe 3 new reviews every month. So it looks quite natural to Google. What this all helps with is the more reviews that we have on our Google Plus Maps section it'll actually help you rank higher in those listings near the map. So the more reviews, the better, but we want to make it look natural. So next we will get into how to respond to positive reviews. First and foremost, the obvious is to say thank you. Appreciate a client when they do take that time out of their day to go ahead and leave you one of those positive reviews. And saying thank you is in this public platform. So when you actually respond, say, we value your time, we value you as a client, and we value the time you took to leave some positive words about us. Also, in terms of responding to these positive reviews, you want to respond quickly. So we don't want to let months go by before we actually go and leave that response. We want to do it within the week. Reason being, it doesn't want to look like, hey, I took some time out every 3 months to go and respond to all these. What we want to make it look like is you do care about your public reputation, so that you're getting on quite frequently. And again, with those tracking reviews, you should know quite often what people are saying about you, as long as you're using that notification system that I talked about, or you're using automated from everywhere, like something that we would provide for you as well. Also, some more benefit to practice are using SEO keywords. So in terms of search engine optimization, the visibility of your online presence works like a perfect system. So by creating these Google Plus local pages and your Yelp pages and your website, what in turn happens is when clients read your reviews, they're mostly inclined to click that link to go to your website and dive in and read a little bit more information about your practice. So in terms of rankings and Google and how your online presence ranks, if we can actually include SEO keywords, so thank you for being a client of ABC Animal Hospital, within that response, it's going to help you in terms of keywords. Because the more relevant you're being in terms of these business pages and on your website, the higher you're actually going to rank. So the benefit of these review pages is you can rank higher in these Google Plus local sections. As well, clients who see more positive reviews are more inclined to use your service, and you can bring SEO value to your website, to your online presence in general. So we want to do that on all platforms, Yelp, Google+. Make sure that we're conscious of these SEO keywords in terms of relevance. So next, the tough one is responding to negative reviews. First and foremost, nobody likes to see negative reviews about their business, themselves, their products, whatever it may be. So again, 86% of online consumers would like or love to hear from a company regarding a complaint or negative review. So people want to hear from you when they're reviewing you negatively. So what we need to do is handle that with care. So first and foremost, breathe. Respond to each and every review objectively. So take some time, look at the facts, look at what happened before you go on and make an emotional response to their original review. Take some time. We don't want to take time as in months, but take some time, maybe a day or so, to go ahead and formulate a concise response. Again, what we don't want to do is immediately go ahead and respond off of what we remember take some time, cool down, respond to those negative reviews. Next, we want to review the facts. Before posting your response, investigate what happened and verify the information by the reviewer. So look into everything that happened. So maybe the client is misunderstanding a certain situation. Go ahead and take a look at those facts and see exactly what happened. Responding to these negative reviews is going to be very beneficial to the practice, and so we need to take our time and go ahead and make sure that we're providing the correct facts. The reason being is there's no way that we can ever stop these negative reviews, but the best way that we handle them, the better that we actually handle them, the more beneficial it is going to be for you. Be brief. If you or someone on your staff was in the wrong, apologize directly and publicly to the reviews and recognize what you could have done differently. If something did happen where we were in the wrong, go ahead and apologize directly to that person so that they understand that their voice was heard. We want to make sure that these people understand that we do care about our reputation and that they know that we are responding to them specifically. We want to be brief, and we want to encourage the customer to contact you directly so that you can resolve the problem further. Most of the time, nothing will be solved in a public forum. We are not going to solve the problem by going ahead and airing out all of the information online. So let the customer know in that review that or in that response that you're going to go ahead and contact them personally and directly so that you can go ahead and make sure that we get this resolved to the fullest and that this doesn't happen again. What you should do is also provide them with a personal office number or an email so that they know that their complaint will be addressed quickly. What you want to do also is make sure that the response is from a single person. You would want to have one person managing these tasks. Most of the time, the doctor or a higher up in the practice responding to these, so that maybe a client who left a negative review knows that they're being heard and they know that this issue is going to be resolved. Consider comments as free research. Make note of any problems or suggestions people mention and use these reviews to your practice's advantage. So a lot of clinics use tools like surveys. Something that we provide is actually a survey tool. So you can go and have a better pulse check on your practice and what actual clients are thinking specifically about your business. So for example, if somebody gave you a 2-star review saying, hey, we just had a very long wait time, I had other things to do today, and unfortunately this was not satisfactory to my needs, maybe there are things that we can do as a practice to speed up that wait time, to make it a little bit more efficient. So use these as free research and actually get a pulse check on your business and knowing what people are thinking. So these negative reviews, in terms of the pulse check of our business, can sometimes be a positive in overall how we handle the public relations of the practice. So these negative reviews can actually give you an idea specifically what people are thinking. So conclusion. Here at VetMatrix, we provide a service called the Reputation Builder for clinics that need our help. We do a notification system so that clients are aware every time somebody mentions them online. Also, we want to make sure that we're providing survey tools, so again, talking about that pulse check. I'd also like to thank you all for our time and tuning into our webinar today, the 2016 Guide to Getting New Patients with 5-star Reviews. If anything that I covered today seems overwhelming, don't hesitate to contact us here at VetMatrix. We are the fastest growing online marketing agency in the industry and offer expert online reputation tracking services and other brand-specific internet marketing solutions, including mobile-friendly website design and professionally managed paid advertising campaigns. So what I'd like to do now is open it up for Q&A. So any of those questions that you had written down during the presentation, go ahead and ask those in the question box. So one question that I did receive is, can you delete a review? No. Unfortunately, we cannot delete reviews. What we can do are bury reviews. Also, one thing that we don't want to do in terms of deleting reviews is we never want to ask a client specifically to go ahead and actually delete that review. This is in terms of responding to those negative reviews. We would like to ask them instead, after we've responded and we've handled the situation and we've talked it out with a client, we'd actually like them to review us again in terms of how we handled the situation. So asking them or deleting reviews on your own is not something that Google offers, but we can also use that and turn that into a positive and have that client who left a negative review actually go ahead and leave us a positive review in how we handled the situation. The other option in terms of reviews and deleting them is actually burying reviews. So even though there are negative reviews out there, what happens is once we actually engage clients and get them to go ahead and leave positive reviews, what will happen over time is those negative reviews will be buried by those positive ones. So if we're struggling at this point with a few negative reviews, what we want to do is, again, go back to those tips that we left in terms of positive reviews and getting clients to leave a positive review online for us. So getting more positive reviews, getting those clients that have been with us for a long time, go ahead and getting them to review us positively will help us get rid of that negative review in terms of burying that. So unfortunately, we cannot delete reviews, but we can bury them through positive reviews. So I hope I answered that question fully for you. Another question is, what are the most important review sites at this point in time? I get typically a lot of questions about review sites like Bing, Yahoo. The top three that I would say currently that are out there are Google. Of course, Google likes to see that we're using their tools that they provide. Most search is done, 80% of search is done through Google. So Google being the #1 at this point. Close second would probably be Yelp. They are specifically built for reviews. So that's another big tool. Yelp actually ranks also pretty well in terms of Google and SEO, so making sure that our Yelp site is maintained and active is important as well. And #3, I would probably say Facebook. Of course, as many of you know, Facebook is a large portion of our audience. You're starting to see more of the older generations, grandparents getting on sites like Facebook and actually leaving reviews. We typically see a lot of businesses, veterinary clinics, getting online reviews through their Facebook page and typically helping them out. So I would say the top 3 review sites currently are Google. Again, we want to be using all those Google tools, Yelp, and then Facebook. And I will be here a couple more minutes for any other questions that do come through. But right now we do have a special offer for our Reputation Builder service, which helps you and makes it a little bit more automated as a practice to actually garner new reviews for your practice. And as a thank you to all the attendees, we are offering 50% off of our initial setup when you sign up for any of our online marketing services by the 29th of January. All right, well, I appreciate you all spending a little bit of time out of your day with me today, and hopefully you gained quite a bit of information on online reviews. And if you have any additional questions about how to manage your practice's online reputation and boost your new patient flow and incoming revenue, schedule a free one-on-one consultation with a VetMatrix industry expert by calling 1-800-462-8749 or by visiting us online at vetmatrix.com. Thank you all.